Business companies and service websites for the museum industry. Chapter 1. Museum business websites at museumsusa.org/vendors. Second Nature Creations LLC. 2ndnaturecreations.com. Rothschild, Wisconsin. Art, exhibit design, murals, and banners. 3D Foam Creations. 3dfoamcreations.com. Scarborough, Canada. Craftsman Materials, Display Supplies, Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Scale Models and Dioramas, Signage and Wayfinding, Visual Merchandising. 501, C. Agencies Trust, FGA Joint Agencies Trust. 501ctrust.org. Cupertino, California. Consultants. AAI/ASAL Associates, Inc. AAIdesigns.com. Winter Park, Florida. AARC Group. THeartAppraiser.com. Cadena, New York. Appraisers, Art. ADGL Productions, Inc. BMI. ADGLProductions.com. Seattle, Washington. Audio-visual services, video/film, computers, software, interactive programs, and exhibits. ADGL Productions, Inc. BMI. ADGLProductions.com. Seattle, Washington. Audio-visual services, video/film, computers, software, interactive programs, and exhibits. ADM2 Exhibits and Displays, Inc. ADM2.com. Tampa, Florida. Display Hardware, Displays, Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies. Albcaligraphia. Albcaligrafia.com. Guadalajara, Mexico. Art, Supplies, Gift Shop Merchandise, Gift Shop Supplies. APV Architectural Lighting Design. apvlighting.com. Washington, District of Columbia. Exhibit Design, Lighting. APV Architectural Lighting Design. apvlighting.com. Washington, District of Columbia. Exhibit Design, Lighting. Artserve. artservemn.com. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Art, Relocation, Hanging Devices, Shipping Services. As Hanging Systems. ashanging.com. Brassard, Canada. Display Hardware, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Hanging Devices. Aberrant Art. aberrantart.com. Daytona Beach, Florida. Art, Gift Shop Merchandise, Gift Shop Supplies. Absolute Exhibits. absoluteexhibits.com. Tustin, California. Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Traveling Exhibitions. 8Q Historical Archives, Inc. 8qhistorical.com. Tampa, Florida. Appraisers, Archival, Photographic Services. Aldrich Pears Associates. aldrichpears.com. Vancouver, Canada. Consultants, Exhibit Design, Graphic Design. Allen's Taxidermy Studio. allenstaxidermystudio.com. Trevor, Wisconsin. Taxidermy. American Audio Video. aavevents.com. Falls Church, Virginia. Audio-visual equipment, audio-visual services, video/film. Anamnesia. anamnesia.com. New York, New York. Audio-visual services, interactive programs and exhibits, master planning, website services. Andrew Mary and Associates LLC. marialel.com. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Exhibit Design, Graphic Design, Interactive Programs and Exhibits, Master Planning. Anita Jorgensen Lighting Design. ajld.net. New York, New York. Architectural design firms, exhibit design, exhibition services, lighting. Annex design services. Woodland Hills, California. Exhibit design, exhibition services, interactive programs and exhibits. Antique and personal property appraisals, closed. San Diego, California. Antique Collectors Club, Ltd. AntiqueCC.com. New York, New York. Appraisers. Antonino True, architect. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Architectural design firms, exhibit design, master planning. ArcheoArts. ArcheoArts.com. Tucson, Arizona. Animals, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, graphic supplies, frames, murals and banners, restoration. Archival Matters, Inc. Archivalmatters.com. Amherst, Massachusetts. Archival, collections management, storage services. Argent Press. argianpress.net. Oneonta, New York. Publishing. Arizona Phobeams. azphobeams.com. Richmond, Virginia. Craftsman Materials, exhibit fabrication and supplies, visual merchandising. Art Appraisal Firm, LLC. artappraisalfirm.com. Elkins Park, Pennsylvania. Appraisers. Art Care by Dixie Nielsen. aaonf.org/members/member.php?ID =13602. Gainesville, Florida. Art Connected Group. artconnectedgroup.info. Stafford, Virginia. Art, gift shop merchandise, graphic design. Art design and fabrication. artdesignfabrication.com. Easton, Maryland. Art, digital imaging services, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, graphic supplies, frames. Art International Resources LLC. artinternationalresources.com. Westminster, Colorado. Appraisers, Art, Insurance. Artistic Spaces Inc. artisticspacesinc.com. St. Petersburg, Florida. Craftsman Materials, display hardware, cases, display hardware, displays, display supplies, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services, graphic supplies, frames, hanging devices, kiosks, movable walls, murals and banners, point of purchase, rigging, traveling exhibitions, visual merchandising. Artpack Services, Inc. artpack.com. Farmington Hills, Michigan. Art, relocation, collections management, courier services, exhibit design, exhibition services, packing services, registrar, restoration, storage services. ASK4ART. ASK4ART.com. Reading, United Kingdom. Art, gift shop supplies, licensed images. Atlantic Exhibits. AtlanticExhibits.com. Chantilly, Virginia. Exhibit fabrication and supplies, graphic design. Atlantic Fine Art Services. Hanover, Maryland. Packing services. Atomic Carrots. AtomicCarrots.com. Oakland Park, Florida. Exhibit fabrication and supplies, interactive programs and exhibits, visual merchandising. B. Shackman & Co., Inc. New York, New York. Babystations.com. Babystations.com. Newark, Delaware. Building maintenance supplies, museum furniture, visitor service equipment. Bags Unlimited Inc. BagsUnlimited.com. Rochester, New York. Conservation services and supplies, gift shop supplies, posters. Balanesia. Balanzia.net. New York, New York. Gift shop merchandise. Bally Exhibit. BallyDesign.com. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Consultants, Engineering Services, Graphic Design, Signage, and Wayfinding. Bees Knees Creative, LLC. BeesKneesCreative.com. Onondale, Virginia. Belgo Fine Art Appraisals and Restoration, closed. Los Angeles, California. Benefactor Group. Benefactorgroup.com. Columbus, Ohio. Consultants, Donor Programs, Fundraising Services. Benefactor Travel. HamiltonFitzJames.com. Holden, Massachusetts. Donor Programs, Travel Programs, Visitor Services. Barry and Homer, Inc. BarryandHomer.com. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Murals and Banners, Point of Purchase, Signage, and Wayfinding. Barry and Homer, Inc. BarryandHomer.com. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Murals and Banners, Point of Purchase, Signage, and Wayfinding. Bevera. BeVaraWeb.com. Hamilton, Massachusetts. Consultants, Exhibition Services, Master Planning. Blair Inc. BlairInc.com. Springfield, Virginia. Art, Audio-Visual Equipment, Audio-Visual Programs, Audio-Visual Services, Digital Imaging Services, Display Supplies, Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Exhibition Services, Graphic Design, Hanging Devices, Holography, Interactive Programs and Exhibits, Murals and Banners, Photographic Services, Signage and Wayfinding, Storage Services, Traveling Exhibitions. Blue Rhino Studio. RhinoCentral.com. Eagan, Minnesota. Animals, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Murals and Banners. Blue Sky Insurance. BlueSkians.com. Simi Valley, California. Accounting, Collections Management, Employee Benefits, Financial Services, Insurance, Legal Services. Bacrosh Glass Restoration and Glass Sculpture Studio. Bacrosh.com. Seattle, Washington. Art, Relocation, Handling Equipment and Services, Restoration. Boost Promotional Products Australia. boostpromotionalproducts.com.au. Queensland, Australia. Gift Shop Merchandise, Gift Shop Supplies, Visual Merchandising. Boston International. bostoninternational.com. Holliston, Massachusetts. Consultants, Gift Shop Merchandise, Gift Shop Supplies. Branders. Branders.com. Miami, Florida. Gift Shop Supplies, Marketing, Office Supplies. Breeze Studio, Inc. breezestudio.com. Murfreesboro, Illinois. Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Exhibition Services. Building 4 Fabrication. Building4.com. Chambly, Georgia. Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Exhibition Services, Interactive Programs and Exhibits. CNG Partners. cgpartnersllc.com. New York, New York. Exhibit Design, Graphic Design, Signage, and Wayfinding. C2D Museum Graphics. c2dmuseumgraphics.squarespace.com. Fletcher, North Carolina. Exhibit Design, Graphic Design, Marketing. Crux Creative, LLC. cruxcreative.com. Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Exhibit Design, Graphic Design, Kiosks, Posters, Taxidermy, Website Services. Canadian Conservation Institute. canadianheritage.gc.ca. Gatineau, Canada. Educational programs, environmental programs, interactive programs and exhibits, traveling exhibitions. Capital Exhibits. CapitaliExhibits.com. Manassas, Virginia. Digital Imaging Services, display hardware, cases, display hardware, displays, display supplies, marketing, ticketing. Capital Exhibits. CapitalExhibits.com. Manassas, Virginia. Digital Imaging Services, display hardware, cases, display hardware, displays, display supplies, marketing, ticketing. Capital Plastics Company, Inc. CapitalPLOSTCSCO.com. Beltsville, Maryland. Display hardware, cases, display hardware, displays, exhibit fabrication and supplies, traveling exhibitions. Capture Interactive. CaptureInteractive.com. Los Angeles, California. Audio-visual services, computers, hardware, interactive programs, and exhibits. Carroll O'Brien Associates, Inc. CarrollO'BrienAssociates.com. Durham, North Carolina. Consultants. Casemate Publishers. CasematePublishers.com. Havertone, Pennsylvania. Gift shop merchandise, publishing, distribution services. Castleview Productions. CastleviewProductions.com. New York, New York. Audio-visual programs, audio-visual services, animation, audio-visual services, audio tours. Century Insurance Consultants. CenturyInsure.com. Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Employee Benefits, Insurance, Pensions/Retirement Planning. Century Insurance Consultants. CenturyInsure.com. Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Employee Benefits, Insurance, Pensions/Retirement Planning. Charles D. Hamlin. CharlesDHamlin.com. Houston, Texas. Consultants, educational programs, gift shop merchandise. Charterhouse & Co. Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Chicago Scenic Studios, Inc. ChicagoScenic.com. Chicago, Illinois. Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Exhibition Services. Chick Russell & Company. ChickRussell.com. South Pasadena, California. Audio-visual services, animation, audio-visual services, audio tours, audio-visual services, video/film, consultants, educational programs, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, freelance writers, kiosks, interactive programs and exhibits, master planning, traveling exhibitions. Chris Green Kinetics. ChrisGreenKinetics.com. Brooklyn, New York. Environmental programs, exhibit design, interactive programs and exhibits. Cinnabar, California. Cinnabar.com. Los Angeles, California. Exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies. CloudGestion Associates. CloudGestion.com. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Consultants, graphic design. Color Reflections. Orlando, Florida. Columbian Model and Exhibit Works. CMEW.biz. Chicago, Illinois. Architectural design firms, art, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services, interactive programs and exhibits, marketing, scale models and dioramas. Concept Uniform Co. CompanyCasuals.com/conceptuniform. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Uniforms. Concetti Design. ConcettiDesign.com. Charlesburg, Canada. Conoco Picture Lights. ConocoPictureLights.com. Irvine, California. Consultants, lighting. Conrad Schmidt Studios, Inc. ConradCHschmidt.com. New Berlin, Wisconsin. Appraisers, art, relocation, building contractors, consultants, conservation services and supplies, murals and banners, restoration. Copper Beach Gift Books. copperbeachpublishing.co.uk. East Grinstead, Sussex, United Kingdom. Gift shop merchandise, gift shop supplies, publishing, editorial services. Craters and Freighters. cratersandfreighters.com. Golden, Colorado. Art, relocation, robotics, shipping services. Creative Arts Unlimited, Inc. creativeartsinc.com. Pinellas Park, Florida. Animals, display hardware, displays, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services, graphic design, kiosks, murals and banners, traveling exhibitions. Creative Dimension Group, Inc. creativedimensiongroup.com. Fredericksburg, Virginia. Display hardware, displays, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services. Crowd Control Warehouse. crowdcontrolwarehouse.com. Medina, Illinois. Pedestrian guidance, safety, signage, and wayfinding, visitor service equipment. Crystal McKenzie, Inc., CMI. cmiunique.com. New York, New York. Exhibit design, marketing, signage, and wayfinding. Creation Bauman. creationbauman.com. New York, New York. Exhibit fabrication and supplies, fabric supplies. Curtis Elliott Designs, Ltd. sedltd.com. Columbus, Ohio. Exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, graphic design. Curvilinear Components. oneoffparts.com. Middleton, Wisconsin. Educational equipment and supplies, engineering services, exhibit fabrication and supplies, gift shop supplies. Custom Acrylics. customacrylics.net. San Diego, California. Display hardware, cases, lighting, shadow boxes, signage and wayfinding. D'Agostino Studios. LaniaD'Agostino.com. Baltimore, Maryland. Art, costumes, exhibit fabrication and supplies. DGS Fine Art Consultants, Inc. DGSFineArtConsultants.com. Pleasantville, New York. Art, acquisition, art, insurance. Deedle International. Deedle.com. Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Art, relocation, customs brokers, import and export, rigging. DeoPoint Digital, LLC. deopoint.com/digital. Wedogue, Connecticut. Archival, consultants, digital imaging services. David Hayes Sculpture. davidhayes.com. Oneonta, New York. Craftsman Materials, exhibition services. David M. Swartz/Architectural Services, Inc. dmsas.com. Washington, District of Columbia. Architectural design firms, master planning. Decouvertes. Decouvertes.fr. Rones, France. Donor programs, educational programs, travel programs. Design 500 Inc. DESIGN500.US. Memphis, Tennessee. Collections Management, Exhibit Design, Master Planning. Design Master Associates. DesignMasters.com. Tono, Virginia. Consultants, educational programs, fundraising services, gift shop merchandise, visual merchandising. Designscape, Inc. DESIGNSCAPE-INC.com. New York, New York. Exhibit Design, Traveling Exhibitions. Desmond Fine Art Appraisal and Consulting, closed. Rockport, Maine. Desmond Fine Art Appraisal and Consulting, closed. Rockport, Maine. Digital Waybill Corporation. digitalwaybill.com. Thornhill, New York. computers, software, courier services, shipping services. Discount mugs. DiscountMugs.com. Medley, Florida. Gift shop supplies, marketing, office supplies. Displays Fine Art Services, LLC. DisplaysFoz.com. Arlington, Texas. Art, handling equipment and services, shipping services. Dixon Studios Inc. DixonStudios.com. Tucson, Arizona. Consultants, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies. Dodworth Saxhorn Band. Dodworth.org. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Educational programs, performing arts. Doodles Ave, LLC. Doodlesave.com. DeSoto, Texas. Educational programs, educational equipment and supplies, gift shop merchandise. E-Ink Corporation. Eink.com. Billerica, Massachusetts. Consultants, exhibit design, signage, and wayfinding. EDM Studio Inc. EDMstudio.com. Calgary, Canada. Audio-visual services, exhibit design, interactive programs, and exhibits. ERCO Lighting, Inc. ACO.com. Edison, New Jersey. Consultants, conservation services and supplies, environmental services, exhibit design, interactive programs and exhibits, lighting. Eco-friendly artisan woodwork by Jem Klein. Woodenbarrettes.com. Black Mountain, North Carolina. Craftsman Materials, gift shop merchandise, gift shop supplies. Educational Insights, Inc. educationalinsights.com. Rancho Dominguez, California. Edward M. Stanley Appraisal Services. edwardmstanley.com. Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts. Appraisers, art, acquisition, consultants. Elemental Lead. elemental.com. Emeryville, California. Consultants, display hardware, engineering services, exhibit fabrication and supplies, gift shop merchandise, gift shop supplies, lighting, light boxes, lighting, shadow boxes, signage and wayfinding. Elitique Electronics, Inc. eletech.com. City of Industry, California. Audio-visual equipment. ElitePack. elitepack.com. Laguna Beach, California. Art, supplies, packing materials, packing services. Emma Thorne Christie. emmadc.com. Los Angeles, California. Exhibit design, exhibition services, graphic design. Engineered etchings. etch1.com. Cookeville, Tennessee. Architectural design firms, exhibit fabrication and supplies, signage and wayfinding. Entech Innovative Engineering. nchinnovative.com. Rockledge, Florida. Engineering services, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services, interactive programs and exhibits, scale models and dioramas, traveling exhibitions, visual merchandising. Envision 3D Studio Inc. envision3dstudio.com. Victoria, Canada. Animals, exhibit fabrication and supplies, scale models and dioramas. Event 1 Productions. event1inc.net. Sand Springs, Oklahoma. Display hardware, displays, exhibit fabrication and supplies, traveling exhibitions. Everclear Transparency Refurbishing. etr-inc.com. Austin, Texas. Building maintenance supplies, consultants, exhibition services. Evidence Design. evidencedcign.com. Brooklyn, New York. Exhibit design, interactive programs and exhibits, master planning. Exhibits of Humanity. exhibitsofhumanity.com. Los Angeles, California. Consultants, exhibit design, exhibition services. Experience design. exbdesign.com. Boston, Massachusetts. Audio-visual services, video/film, exhibit design, exhibition services, graphic design, signage, and wayfinding, traveling exhibitions. Experience Design Innovation Group, EDI. edigroupkc.com. Kansas City, Missouri. Consultants, educational programs, master planning. Expo Displays. expodisplays.com/museum1.html. Birmingham, Alabama. Display hardware, displays, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies. Fitz & Co. fitzandco.com. New York, New York. Public Relations. Fitz & Co. fitzandco.com. New York, New York. Public Relations. Fahrenheit Design. fahren-heit.com. Indianapolis, Indiana. Digital imaging services, graphic design, marketing, posters, signage, and wayfinding, website services. Fine Art Coverage Enterprises, FACE. Facens.com. Rocklin, California. Fine Arts Insurance Consultants. FineArtsInsuranceConsultants.com. Northridge, California. Appraisers, art, conservation services, and supplies. First Day Art. FirstDayArt.com. Rindge, New Hampshire. Gift shop merchandise, website services. 5-Star Publications. 5starpublications.com. Chandler, Arizona. Gift shop merchandise, publishing, editorial services. 5-Star Publications. 5starpublications.com. Chandler, Arizona. Gift shop merchandise, publishing, editorial services. Flags Source. flagsource.com. Batavia, Illinois. Display hardware, signage, and wayfinding, visitor services. Florida Regional Conservation Institute/ConserveArt Inc. conserveart.net. Boca Raton, Florida. Consultants, conservation services and supplies, restoration. Flying Colors International. flyingcolorsintl.com. Toronto, Canada. Exhibition services, fabric supplies, signage, and wayfinding. Folia System Huntingdon Inc. systeminc.com. Huntingdon, Canada. Exhibit fabrication and supplies, murals and banners, traveling exhibitions. Frank Majares Insurance Services. fm-art-ins.com. Carlsbad, California. Art, insurance, consultants. Freena Design, Inc. freenadesign.com. Lithia, Florida. Exhibit design, signage, and wayfinding. G. Donald Adams and Associates. Fort Myers, Florida. GHD Partners LLC. ghdp.com. New York, New York. Exhibit design, graphic design, signage, and wayfinding. GoGo Charter Bus Company Austin. gogocharters.com/austin-charter-bus. Austin, Texas. GraphTech Designs. graphtkdesigns.com. Austin, Texas. Freelance Writers, Interior Design, Licensed Images, Scale Models and Dioramas, Posters, Visual Merchandising. Gamla Model Makers. lifeinscale.net. Festerville, Pennsylvania. Consultants, display hardware, cases, exhibit fabrication and supplies, graphic design, scale models and dioramas, robotics, visual merchandising. Gemini Construction Consulting. West Palm Beach, Florida. Georgia Expo Manufacturing Corp. GeorgiaExpo.com. Norcross, Georgia. Display Supplies, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Fabric Supplies. Georgia Expo Manufacturing Corp. GeorgiaExpo.com. Norcross, Georgia. Display Supplies, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Fabric Supplies. Gizmo Art Production, Inc. GizmosF.com. San Francisco, California. Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Museum Furniture. Good Design Group. GoodDesignGroup.com. Midland, Michigan. Exhibit Design, Graphic Design. Gordon Atlantic Development Corporation. GordonAtlantic.com. New York, New York. Building Contractors, Consultants, Master Planning. Gould Evans. Tampa, Florida. Graphics Inc. Design Studio. St. Augustine, Florida. Gift Shop Merchandise, Graphic Design, Publishing, Printing and Typesetting. Gravity Exhibition Services Inc. GravityExhibitions.com. Chicago, Illinois. Archival, Craftsman Materials, Display Hardware, Cases. Green Giraffe, LLC. GoGreenGiraffe.com. San Diego, California. Gift Shop Merchandise. Gropen, Inc. Gropen.com. Charlottesville, Virginia. Display Hardware, Displays, Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Graphic Design, Kiosks, Interactive Programs and Exhibits, Photographic Services, Point of Purchase, Signage and Wayfinding, Traveling Exhibitions. Gyroscope, Inc. Gyroscopeinc.com. Oakland, California. Architectural Design Firms, Exhibit Design, Master Planning. Hazlip Studio. hazlipstudio.com. Memphis, Tennessee. Architectural Design Firms, Exhibit Design, Master Planning. Hamilton Associates. hamiltongraphics.com. Seaford, Delaware. Consultants, Graphic Design, Website Services. Harmony Designs, Inc. harmonydesigns.com. West Grove, Pennsylvania. Gift Shop Merchandise. Hawk Vision Moving and Storage LLC. Agent Wheaton Van Lines. hawkvisionmoving.com. Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Packing Services, Shipping Services, Storage Services. Hemlock Films. hemlockfilms.com. Twinsburg, Ohio. Audio-visual services, consultants, photographic services. Henninger Media Services. henninger.com. Arlington, Virginia. Audio-visual programs, audio-visual services, video/film, interactive programs and exhibits. Heritage Playing Card Co. LLC. heritageplayingcards.com. Atkins, Virginia. Donor programs, educational equipment and supplies, environmental programs, fundraising services, gift shop merchandise, gift shop supplies, public relations, visitor services. High-Tech Lock Company. techno-mall.com. Wheaton, Maryland. Consultants, Security. History Associates Inc. historyassociates.com. Rockville, Maryland. Consultants, Exhibition Services, Licensed Images. History Publishing Company LLC. historypublishingco.com. Palisades, New York. Gift Shop Merchandise, Gift Shop Supplies, Publishing. Hickson Consultants, Inc. Alabaster, Alabama. Building Maintenance Services, Consultants, Master Planning. Hollywood Uniforms. Brooklyn, New York. Uniforms. Hood Branded Environments. hoodbee.com. Point Richmond, California. Display hardware, cases, display hardware, displays, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services, kiosks, interactive programs and exhibits, restoration, traveling exhibitions. Howard and Revis Design. howardrevis.com. Washington, District of Columbia. Exhibit design, signage, and wayfinding. Hughes-Bowman Design Group. hughesbowman.com. St. Augustine, Florida. Image Archival/DR5 Chrome. imagearchival.com. Denver, Colorado. Archival, photographic services, restoration. InTouch Interactive. intouchinteractive.com. Atlanta, Georgia. Audio-visual services, computers, software, donor programs, graphic design, kiosks, interactive programs and exhibits, marketing, pedestrian guidance, signage and wayfinding, website services. IDEUM. IDEUM.com. Corrales, New Mexico. Audio-visual equipment, audio-visual services, interactive programs and exhibits. Illusion Projects Inc. illusionprojects.com. Las Vegas, Nevada. Consultants, Robotics. IMAG3D. imag3d.wordpress.com. West Palm Beach, Florida. Digital Imaging Services, Exhibition Services, Posters. Image Conscious. imageconscious.com. San Francisco, California. Art, licensed images, publishing, printing and typesetting. Image Graphics. imagegraphic.com. Deer Park, New York. Murals and banners, signage and wayfinding, traveling exhibitions. Image Graphics. imagegraphic.com. Deer Park, New York. Murals and banners, signage and wayfinding, traveling exhibitions. Imaging for Art. imaging4art.com. Hamden, Connecticut. Digital Imaging Services, Photographic Services, Restoration. Imaging for Art. imaging4art.com. Hamden, Connecticut. Digital Imaging Services, Photographic Services, Restoration. Independent Curators International, ICI. /curatorsintl.org. New York, New York. Consultants, Traveling Exhibitions. Energy Exhibit and Design Services, Inc. Energy.com. Huntsville, Alabama. Display Hardware, Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies. Integra Software Services Private Limited. integra-india.com. Pondicherry, India. Accounting, Archival, Graphic Design, Legal Services, Publishing, Editorial Services, Publishing, Printing and Typesetting. International Play Company. iplaco.com. Langley, Canada. Craftsman Materials, Display Supplies, Educational Equipment and Supplies, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Interactive Programs and Exhibits, Murals and Banners, Visitor Service Equipment. Interpret Green/Talisman Interactive. interpretgreen.com. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Intervista Innovation Cultures. innovationcultures.com/digital/services.php. Miami, Florida. Audio-visual services, educational programs, publishing. Inventaire Creative. inventorecreative.com. San Antonio, Texas. Consultants, graphic design, marketing. Ion Design. iondesignworks.com. Charlestown, West Virginia. Consultants, exhibit design, gift shop merchandise, graphic design. Ion Design. iondesignworks.com. Frederick, Maryland. Consultants, exhibit design, gift shop merchandise. Item finders. Itemfinders.com. Marietta, Georgia. Gift Shop Merchandise. JL. Magerton Co. Pensacola, Florida. JJT Inc. and TJ. Wholesale. JJTincture.net. Las Vegas, Nevada. Archival, audio recordings, audio-visual services, video/film, collections management, consultants, conservation services and supplies, digital imaging services, marketing. Jacques Carcanaguz Inc. CarcanCollections.com. New York, New York. Exhibit design, gift shop supplies, interior design, lighting, museum furniture. Jeff Daily Design. JeffDailyDesign.com. Ankram, New York. Consultants, exhibit design, master planning. John Scott, Conservator of Art and Architecture. New York ConSNCTR.com. New York, New York. Art, relocation, consultants, conservation services and supplies. Johnny World Products. JohnnyWorldProducts.com. Dallas, Texas. Consultants, gift shop merchandise. Johnny World Products. JohnnyWorldProducts.com. Dallas, Texas. Consultants, gift shop merchandise. K Design Signs and Exhibits. SignsByKDesign.com. Memphis, Tennessee. Exhibit design, graphic design, interactive programs and exhibits. KNM International. KMToys.com. Twinsburg, Ohio. K2 Fabrication and Design. K2FABRICATION.com. Corona, California. Exhibit fabrication and supplies, signage and wayfinding, traveling exhibitions. Catherine McCusker Design, now closed. Northampton, Massachusetts. Kathy's Critters. Kathy'sCritters.com. Redondo Beach, California. Animals, equipment, animals, services, animals, live. KeepSafe Microclimate Systems. KeepSafe.ca. Toronto, Canada. Display hardware, environmental control and monitoring equipment, exhibit fabrication and supplies. Keith Reynolds. Arlington, Texas. Audio recordings, audio-visual services, animation. Kearns Group Fine Art Express Services. KearnsGroupFay.com. Earth City, Missouri. Art, relocation, shipping services, traveling exhibitions. Kvail Good Natured Games, LLC. KvailGames.com. St. Paul, Minnesota. Environmental programs, gift shop merchandise, point of purchase. LDS Group USA. LDSGroupUSA.com. Houston, Texas. Art, acquisition, art, relocation, building contractors. Larger Than Life Graphics, Inc. LargerThanLifeGraphics.com. Erlanger, Kentucky. Digital imaging services, display supplies, exhibit fabrication and supplies, graphic supplies, graphic design, point of purchase, signage and wayfinding, visual merchandising. Leadership Through Diversity. MuseumDiversity.net. Sarasota, Florida. Audio-visual services, consultants, donor programs, educational programs, freelance writers, fundraising services, marketing, public relations, visitor services, website services. Lehrman Cameron Studio. LehrmanCameron.com. Seattle, Washington. Architectural design firms, exhibit design, graphic design, interactive programs and exhibits, master planning, signage and wayfinding. Lighthouse Communications. Communicationsequipment.net. Burbank, California. Audio-visual services, audio-visual services, audio tours, translation services. Loose Group. LooseGroup.com. New York, New York. Graphic design, lighting, performing arts. Lucy Creative. LucyCreative.com. Lincolnwood, Illinois. Exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, master planning. Luminoer Incorporated. Luminary.com. Carlsbad, California. Architectural design firms, building contractors. Lydia's Land LLC. Lydiasland.com. Marlton, New Jersey. Gift shop merchandise, gift shop supplies. MR Products, Mr. Chain. mrchain.com. Copemish, Michigan. Display supplies, safety. MCIC, Metro Chicago Information Center. mcic.org. Chicago, Illinois. MPF Conservation. mpfconservation.com. Portland, Oregon. Collections Management, Consultants, Conservation Services and Supplies, Restoration. McGregor Historic Games. historicgames.com. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Gift shop merchandise, gift shop supplies. Management consultants for the arts. mcaonline.com. Stamford, Connecticut. Consultants, master planning. Mariano Brothers Specialty Moving. marianobrothers.com. Bethel, Connecticut. Packing services, rigging, shipping services. Marquise Leasing and Funding LLC. Marquise Leasing and Funding LLC.com. Metairie, Louisiana. Animals, equipment, audio-visual equipment, building contractors, computers, software, point of purchase, digital imaging services, digital imaging supplies and equipment, educational equipment and supplies, financial services, fire protection equipment, food service, horticultural equipment, museum furniture, office equipment, office furniture, point of purchase, signage and wayfinding, storage equipment, telecommunications, theater and auditorium furniture, travel programs, vending machines, visitor service equipment. Marsh/PMK International. Richardson, Texas. Audio-visual services, engineering services. McCrory Publishing. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Gift shop merchandise, marketing, publishing, printing and typesetting. McCullough Creative, Inc. mcdisplays.com. Dubuque, Iowa. Exhibit design, graphic design, signage and wayfinding. McCune Design. mccune-design.com. Van Nuys, California. Animals, art, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services, interactive programs and exhibits, scale models and dioramas, movable walls, murals and banners, robotics. McCain's Historical Games and Toys. McCain's.biz. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Gift shop merchandise, gift shop supplies, visitor services. Macmillan Group. macmillangroup.com. Westport, Connecticut. Exhibit design, interactive programs and exhibits, master planning. Measureshawk.com. measureshawk.com. Boylston, Massachusetts. Environmental control and monitoring equipment, packing services, shipping services. Metal Facades. metalfacades.com. Lake Mills, Wisconsin. Art, craftsman materials, signage and wayfinding. Michigan Scenic Studio. michiganscenicstudio.com. Chelsea, Michigan. Exhibit fabrication and supplies, scale models and dioramas, photographic services. Mike Harrison Voiceover Services. mike-harrison.com/voice-over-demos. Ocean County, New Jersey. Audio recordings, audio-visual services, audio tours. Mindsplash. Mindsplash.net. Naperville, Illinois. Art, consultants, educational programs, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services, interactive programs and exhibits, master planning, traveling exhibitions. Monster Trends, Inc. monstertrends.com. Dover, New Hampshire. Display hardware, gift shop merchandise, point of purchase. Mountain Commercial Graphics. mountain-cg.com. Houston, Texas. Graphic design, point of purchase, signage, and wayfinding. Multiform Studios/exhibit source. multiformstudios.com. South Lyon, Michigan. Consultants, conservation services and supplies, costumes, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services. Museum Computer Network. mcn.edu. Ottawa, Canada. Museum Data Solutions. museumdatasolutions.com. Athens, Ohio. Archival, collections management, computers, software, website services. Museum Data Solutions. museumdatasolutions.com. Athens, Ohio. Archival, collections management, computers, software, website services. Museum Development Associates. museumdevelopment.org. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Collections management, consultants, conservation services and supplies. Museum Fabrication Group, LLC. museumfg.com. Little Elm, Texas. Exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, interactive programs and exhibits. Museum Insights. museuminsights.com. Mystic, Connecticut. Architectural design firms, exhibition services, master planning. Museum Planning, LLC. museumplanning.com. New York, New York. Consultants, exhibit design, master planning. Museum Reproductions Inc. museumreproductions.com. Brookline, Massachusetts. Gift shop merchandise. Museum Hosting. museumhosting.com. Claremont, California. Computers, services, internet services, computers, software, website services. Museumscapes, LLP. museumscapes.net. Richardson, Texas. Digital imaging services, environmental services, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, graphic design, kiosks, murals and banners, website services. NPO Direct Marketing, Inc. npodirect.com. Chantilly, Virginia. Consultants, donor programs, fundraising services, marketing. National Ticket Company. nationalticket.com. Paxinos, Pennsylvania. Ticketing, visitor services. Northlight Products, Inc. northlightproducts.com. Redwood City, California. Digital imaging services, digital imaging supplies and equipment, photographic services. Northlight Products, Inc. northlightproducts.com. Redwood City, California. Digital imaging services, digital imaging supplies and equipment, photographic services. Noventry Digital Signage. noventry.com. Smithsburg, Maryland. Audio-visual services, interactive programs and exhibits, visual merchandising. Noise Museum Services. noisemuseumservices.com. Richmond, Virginia. Consultants, exhibit design, exhibition services, lighting, scale models and dioramas. Object Idea. Salem, Massachusetts. Consultants, exhibit design, interactive programs and exhibits, master planning. Old Time Arts and Crafts. oldtimeartsandcrafts.com. Englewood, Florida. Art, educational equipment and supplies, gift shop merchandise. OnCell Systems, Inc. OneCellLsystems.com. Pittsford, New York. Audio-visual services, audio tours, telecommunications. OnPoint Visuals. OnPointVisuals.com. Fernandina Beach, Florida. Display hardware, exhibit design, graphic design, murals and banners, signage and wayfinding. OpenCard Now, Inc. OpenCardNow.com. Mamie, Florida. Art, gift shop merchandise, gift shop supplies. Operand. Operand.com. New York, New York. Kiosks, interactive programs and exhibits. Orfeo USA Corporation. orfeogroup.com/us/?no redirect =1. Rego Park, New York. Audio recordings, audio-visual equipment, audio-visual services, audio tours. Paleofun. Paleofun.com. Cocoa Beach, Florida. Paragon Architectural Products, LLC. GlassEngineer.com. Scottsdale, Arizona. Art, craftsman materials, digital imaging services, display supplies, engineering services, signage and wayfinding. Patriart USA Inc. PatriaArtusa.com. Lakewood, New Jersey. Art, gift shop merchandise, posters. Patterson Pope. PattersonPope.com/sectors/industries/museums-galleries. Salem, Virginia. Patterson Pope. PattersonPope.com/sectors/industries/museums-galleries. Salem, Virginia. Collections management, storage equipment, storage services. Paul Bernhardt Exhibit Design and Consulting. pbexhibits.com. Austin, Texas. Exhibit Design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services. Pentland Conservation LLC. pentlandconservation.com. Dallas, Texas. Collections management, conservation services and supplies, restoration. Peter Hyde Design. peterhydedesign.com. Brooklyn, New York. Exhibit design, graphic design, interactive programs and exhibits, interior design, master planning, traveling exhibitions. Philadelphia Insurance Companies. phli.com/products/museumsculturalinstitutions.aspx. Ballasinwood, Pennsylvania. Insurance. Phoenix Obsidian Designs. obsidiandesigns.com. Grass Valley, California. Consultants, exhibit fabrication and supplies, gift shop merchandise. Picnic Design. picnicdesign.org. Los Angeles, California. Exhibit design, exhibition services, graphic design, signage and wayfinding. Pineapple Press. pineapplepress.com. Sarasota, Florida. Gift shop merchandise, publishing. Platypus. platypusinc.com. Pasadena, California. Exhibit design, graphic design, master planning. Platypus. platypusinc.com. Pasadena, California. Exhibit design, graphic design, master planning. Poster Signs Inc. postersigns.com. Port Washington, New York. Display hardware, displays, murals and banners, signage and wayfinding. Power Equipment Services, LLC. Floorscrubberrental.com. West Paterson, New Jersey. Building Maintenance Services, building maintenance supplies, engineering services, environmental services. Practical Matters for Small Museums. practicalmattersformuseums.com. Hebron, Maryland. Collections Management, Consultants, Visitor Services. Prehistoric Animal Structures, Inc. Past. East Cooley, Canada. Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Exhibition Services, Gift Shop Merchandise, Traveling Exhibitions. Prezon Corp. Prezon.com. Bolingbrook, Illinois. Art, Supplies, Building Maintenance Supplies, Digital Imaging Supplies and Equipment, Display Supplies, Educational Equipment and Supplies, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Fabric Supplies, Graphic Supplies, Hanging Devices, Office Supplies, Packing Materials, Safety. Preston Argus. Museops.com. Sahuarita, Arizona. Consultants, Master Planning, Marketing. Print Leader. Printleader.us. Buffalo, New York. Digital Imaging Services, Photographic Services, Signage and Wayfinding. Promo Direct Inc. Promodirect.com. Henderson, Nevada. Gift Shop Supplies, Marketing, Office Supplies. Promotional Shop New Zealand. Promotionalshop.co.nz. Graylin, New Zealand. Gift Shop Merchandise, Marketing, Publishing, Printing and Typesetting. Pooch's Design Inc. Pooch'sdesign.com. Pleasantville, New York. Consultants, Exhibit Design, Exhibition Services, Graphic Design, Kiosks, Interactive Programs and Exhibits, Master Planning, Signage and Wayfinding, Traveling Exhibitions. Q Media Productions, Inc. QMediaProductions.com. Winter Garden, Florida. Audio-visual programs, audio-visual services, audio-visual services, audio tours. Quality Logo Products, Inc. QualityLogoProducts.com. Aurora, Illinois. Gift Shop Merchandise, Public Relations, Visitor Services. QuickTick International Inc. QuickTick.com. Houston, Texas. Ticketing. QuickTick International Inc. QuickTick.com. Houston, Texas. Ticketing. RBA, Racine Burkow Associates. RacineBurkow.com. Long Island City, New York. Safety, Shipping Services. RCH Ltd. Rock Island, Illinois. Audio-visual services, graphic design, marketing. Ravenswood Studio, Inc. Ravenswoodstudio.com. Lincolnwood, Illinois. Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies, Traveling Exhibitions. Rement International. re-ment.us. Irvine, California. Art, Gift Shop Merchandise. Rebrand Advertising and Design Inc. Rebrand.ca. Vaughan, Canada. Exhibit Design, Graphic Design, Website Services. Real Souvenir Playing Cards. MuseumPlayingCards.com. Circleville, Ohio. Consultants, Fundraising Services, Publishing. Reed Rigging, Inc. ReedRigging.com. Chicago, Illinois. Consultants, Rigging. Reich and Pech Design International. reich-petch.com. Toronto, Canada. Architectural design firms, consultants, exhibit design, graphic design, interactive programs and exhibits, master planning, traveling exhibitions. Research Casting International. Rescast.com. Trenton, Canada. Exhibit Design, Exhibit Fabrication and Supplies. Write-On Library Software. WriteOnLibrarySoftware.com. Green Lawn, New York. River of Lakes Heritage Corridor. river-of-lakes.com. DeLand, Florida. Robert Silman Associates, PC. Silman.com. New York, New York. Engineering Services. Robert Silman Associates, PLLC. Silman.com. Washington, District of Columbia. Engineering Services. Roto. Roto.com. Dublin, Ohio. Architectural design firms, consultants, engineering services, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services, graphic supplies, interactive programs and exhibits, interior design, master planning. Rovere Publishing LLC. roverepublishing.com. New York, New York. Gift shop merchandise, posters, publishing. Syed Inc. SciGhead.com. Ashby, Massachusetts. Appraisers, Art, Collections Management. Sanan Media. Sanayan.com. New York, New York. Audio-visual programs, audio-visual services, video/film, interactive programs and exhibits. Sato Translations. Sato.info. Bogota, Colombia. Publishing, editorial services, translation services, website services. Scenario Custom Scenery LLC. ScenarioCustom.com. Atlanta, Georgia. Exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, signage and wayfinding. Schaefer Fine Art Services, Inc. SchaeferFineArtServices.com. St. Paul, Minnesota. Art, courier services, display hardware, cases, exhibition services, hanging devices, packing services, shipping services. Shield and Denver Book Publishers. ShieldDenver.com. Houston, Texas. Publishing. Schmitz & Schmitz Global, LLC. SCHMITZ-N-SCHMITZ-GLOBAL.com. Whitehall, Maryland. Display hardware, cases, display hardware, displays, display supplies, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, traveling exhibitions. ScreenFlex portable room dividers. ScreenFlex.com. Lake Zurich, Illinois. Display hardware, displays, educational equipment and supplies, food service, movable walls, museum furniture, office furniture, portable partitions, security, speaker backdrops, theater and auditorium furniture. Shelter Architecture Minneapolis. ShelterArchitecture.com. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Architectural design firms. Shire Attire, LLP. ShireAttire.com. Windham, Maine. Costumes, gift shop merchandise. Skyline Design. Skydesign.com. Chicago, Illinois. Digital imaging services, display hardware, cases, exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, graphic design, museum furniture, murals and banners, signage and wayfinding. Smith Kramer Fine Art Services, Inc. smithkramer.com. Kansas City, Missouri. Exhibition services, shipping services, traveling exhibitions. Smithsonian Institution Traveling Exhibition Services. Washington, District of Columbia. SNIB Interactive, Inc. snibinteractive.com. San Francisco, California. Art, kiosks, interactive programs and exhibits. Solaris. solarisnetwork.com. Atlanta, Georgia. Audio-visual equipment, consultants, lighting. Solid Light, Inc. solidlight-inc.com. Louisville, Kentucky. Exhibit design, exhibit fabrication and supplies, graphic design, interactive programs and exhibits, master planning, signage and wayfinding. SolutionWorks, LLC. solution-works.com. Alexandria, Virginia. Audio-visual equipment, computers, hardware, printers, computers, networking, computers, services, internet services, computers, supplies, computers, software, point of purchase, computers, software, simulation, consultants, graphic design, interactive programs and exhibits, website services. South Florida Conservation Center. Zellwood, Florida. Southern Book Service. southernbook.com. Miami, Florida. Publishing, editorial services, publishing, distribution services. Southwest Solutions Group. southwestsolutions.com. San Antonio, Texas. Archival, collections management, digital imaging services, digital imaging supplies and equipment, display hardware, cases, hanging devices, office equipment, office furniture, office supplies, storage equipment, storage services. Specialized fire and security. specialized-fire.com. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Building maintenance services, fire protection services, safety. Springule Consulting. springuleconsulting.com. Sarasota, Florida. Consultants, master planning. Staples and Charles Ltd. staplesandcharles.com. Washington, District of Columbia. Exhibit design, master planning. Steel City Displays, LLC. steelcitydisplays.com. Malvern, Pennsylvania. Display hardware, exhibit fabrication and supplies, exhibition services. Stephen Fawcett Photography. fawcettphotography.com. Williamston, South Carolina. Art, gift shop merchandise, gift shop supplies. Stories USA, Inc. Ellicott City, Maryland. Straight North LLC. straightnorth.com. Downers Grove, Illinois. Consultants, marketing, website services. Studio 6 Art Conservation. studios9artconservation.com. Dallas, Texas. Consultants, conservation services and supplies, restoration. Sturdy Store Displays, Inc. sturdystorydisplays.com. Brooklyn, New York. Display hardware, cases, display hardware, displays, kiosks. Sun Fung catalogs and books. London, Canada. Publishing, binding, publishing, distribution services, publishing, printing and typesetting. Surround Art, closed. Washington, District of Columbia. Surround Art, closed. Washington, District of Columbia. System Concepts, Inc. ssisterage.com. South San Francisco, California. Archival, display hardware, cases, storage equipment. Satika. Toronto, Canada. Consultants, exhibit design, interactive programs and exhibits. Tailored Lighting Inc. soulux.net. Rochester, New York. Consultants, display hardware, lighting. Tapwalk. tapwalk.com. Medford, Massachusetts. Audio-visual services, audio tours, computers, software, website services. Technodisplay Inc. technodisplay.com. Sparks, Nevada. Display hardware, cases, display hardware, displays, museum furniture, visual merchandising. Ted A. Greenberg/consultant. tajiaurart.com. Los Angeles, California. Collections management, registrar, storage services.